Are you a fan of Norse mythology? Do you like learning about the Norse gods? Did you know that the Norse gods fought each other in a great war? I'm not talking about Ragnarok. Today I'm talking about the Aesir Vanir War, the battle of the two Norse god tribes. And it all starts with the goddess Freya. So in one of my previous Norse gods videos, in this playlist right here, we talked about Freya, and how she is the foremost practitioner of sailor magic, the most organized form of Norse magic. And it's terribly powerful. However, Freya loved to take her abilities of sailor magic and travel, offering her services for money, or trade, or whatever they did. Now, Freya would disguise herself using different names. In this story, she uses the name Aesir, which means bright, and she comes across Asgard for the first time, home of the Aesir gods. For those of you who don't know, the Aesir gods are like Odin, Thor, those guys. However, the Aesir gods were blown away by her abilities, and they jealously desired her power. They did soon realize, though, that their values of honor, loyalty to their kin, and obedience to their law was being pushed aside by their selfish desires that they were trying to fulfill, using Freya's magic. Again, they didn't know this was Freya. Now, realizing that they were going against their own values, they blamed Freya for their problems, leading to the Aesir gods trying to get rid of her. You know what I mean. They actually tried 3 times to burn her, but every time she would rise from the ashes, like a phoenix. Now, obviously this created some tension between the Aesir and Vanir gods, stirring up a war. The Aesir gods used planned combat as their war strategy. They were more into hardcore battles, but the Vanir used magic, a lot more subtle. And both the Aesir and Vanir would gain advantages over each other constantly, leading to a battle that almost never seemed to end and nobody was winning. So both sides eventually grew tired of fighting. So they decided to work out a truce. Now, it was customary in that time to trade hostages, to live among the other tribes. So the Vanir sent over Freya, and Njord to the Aesir. And the Aesir sent over Heinir and Mimir. Now, Njord, Freyr, and Freya lived in harmony in Asgard, relatively. But the same couldn't really be said for Heinir and Mimir over the Vanir tribe. So the Vanir realized quickly that Heinir had some uncomparable wisdom and advice on pretty much any topic. But what they failed to realize was it was because Mimir was by his side. You see, Heinir was actually slow-witted, kind of a simpleton. Now, over time, Heinir eventually says, let the other people decide one too many times, making the Vanir think that they got cheated out of the hostage exchange. Pretty much feeling like, why'd you give us this idiot? So they took Mimir's head off and sent Mimir's head to Odin in Asgard. Now, Odin freaked out, or at least was pretty freaking upset. So he uses some magic and some herbs and resurrects Mimir's head. And you've probably seen Mimir's head from God of War Ragnarok. Pretty cool. Now, the gods did not want to go back to war. So the Aesir and Vanir gods came together and spat into a cauldron, creating a being called Kvasir, supposed to be the wisest of all beings. This was their way of pledging harmony to each other. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and share this video. It helps get the information out there and is extremely supportive. Let me know what you'd like to hear about next in the comments. And with all that said, as always, stay awesome and all love.